Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing another Nissan Ariya. This is a 2024 Nissan Ariya 178 kilowatt Evolve. So this has got the 87 kilowatt hour battery, which is a slightly bigger battery of the Nissan Ariya range. You've got 160 kilowatt, 63 kilowatt hour battery, and then this, which is the 87 kilowatt hour, and you've got some slightly higher trims with 220 kilowatts, 290 I think, and 320 is a new Nismo. This car's finished in Aurora Green Solid, which is, it doesn't really look solid. I mean, it obviously doesn't have metallic flex, but obviously being called Aurora, it's sort of a reminiscence to the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis, because it's sort of this dark BRG colour with this, it's hard to see on camera, but it's got these sort of purpley, dark flecks in the paint, sort of like the Northern Lights. I think they're trying to mimic. You've got these 19-inch alloy wheels with aero covers on them, rear privacy, rear black window trim, and sort of chrome upper trim, satin chrome. Obviously the Evolve is the highest trim level on the Ariya. You've got the Advance, the Engage, and then the Evolve, and then the bigger battery, sort of performance orientated one's called Evolve Plus, but I think that's basically, they call it a plus just because it's slightly more powerful. But yeah, this is a sort of front wheel drive one, and yeah, you've got this your charging cables, the Nissan supplied one, and a double-ended fast charging cable as well, and you've got electric tailgate with a lock function, and yeah, this is a key. You've got some high gloss black trim on the bottom bumper and around the wheel arches and the skirts, so quite nice. I've seen a lot of new electric cars actually have plastic cladding, which is just horrible. It's just almost like you're in a Disco 3 back in 2008. Yeah, really nice. On interior here, we've got a black suede and synthetic leather combination. So you've got synthetic leather on the outside and on the headrest, and then Alcantara seat centers. Really nice. I do love Alcantara. A lot of people, it's a really rated material. A lot of people like it. And then on the door panel, we got some nice trim as well. We got some plastic leather on the top here, sort of, and then Alcantara, stitched Alcantara, and then some more leather cladding on the armrest with some copper stitching, which is sort of their theme for the car. You've got heated rear seats with a USB Type 2 and a USB-C for rear passengers, and you've got these sort of sports style front seats with these sort of arrow looking headrests, which is quite nice. You've got keyless entry as well. Obviously the Evolve being the top trim, you get like everything on it. The really basic trims obviously don't get a lot. You've got a 12-way electrically adjustable front seats, 4-way lumbar, and yeah, the passenger doesn't get the lumbar button, so it's just 12-way electrically adjustable driver's seat with 8-way passenger. The Evolve being the highest trim gives you an electric tilt and slide sunroof. You've got 2 different buttons here. You've got one for the sunroof and then one for the blinds. And you've also got this really nice intelligent rear view mirror. So when you just got a normal mirror here, when you flick this, the dimming mirror normally, what you'd normally get on old cars, you get a camera there with a green light, and you can actually adjust, if you go in the menu here, you can adjust everything. So you can adjust the brightness, down and up, left and right, rotate the camera a bit. This just uses a rear backup camera. Personally, I think I'd rather have that a little bit lower, but yeah. You've got adaptive cruise control standard with sort of a safety assist as well, and you've got a heads-up display system with your speed and your speed limit display, and you've got the Bose stereo system standard on the Evolve trims, along with this synthetic leather and Alcantara. I think the standard cars get just cloth. You've got 2 set memory for both the driver and passenger, which is really nice. Most cars I've been in now just have driver memory. You've got the steering assist for adaptive cruise control, your heads-up display, which you can turn on and off, and yeah, your pre-charging, your and auto hold. You've also got quite a funny quirk or feature on this car. You've got this electrically sliding front center console. By using these 2 buttons here, you've got an actuator which sort of moves it up and down the car, which is really weird. Yeah. And you've also got one USB Type C and a USB Type 2 port, or USB-C, yeah, just like the back, and a 12-volt socket. You've also got some sort of touch capacitive buttons here. If you click this button here, this will take you to the heated and ventilated front seat option. So you've got heated and ventilation, and you've got a heated steering wheel, which you can have on auto as well. And for the rear, obviously you've got the rear heated seats there, which is quite nice. And you've got a navigation system, fully touchscreen. You've got this sort of nav, which is quite nice. And you've also got your AVM, which Nissan calls a round view monitor, or that's a MOD object detection, moving object detection. Yeah, it's basically Nissan's terms of surround camera system. So yeah, quite nice. It makes this funny. You've got auto dipping mirrors as well there, which is quite nice. Are they going to dip back in? Yeah, I don't know. And you've also got different drive modes: sport, standard, and eco. You got the e-pedal, which is like for regen braking, and the self parking. That's with a surround camera system. You've got the park assist, and you've also got this deployable front center console. So when this button's pressed, yeah, you've got this this little compartment which opens. It's got quite a lot of storage, and you've also got this little tray here, so you can kind of use it as maybe like a table. It's a bit weird, but yeah, quite an interesting little quirk. I don't know why they did that, but you've got the handbrake there as well. And then you've got these sort of don't know, this Japanese style sort of trim down here, and then the door panels is sort of some like ambient lighting. And you've got wireless phone charging on the Evolve trims with this sort of flower petal style, and the Ariya logo there, which I've also noticed inside there. You've got this sort of weird looking steering wheel. It's like a flat bottom steering wheel, but it looks octagonal in the middle here, which is a bit, yeah, quite funny looking. And then yeah, you've got climate, you've got a pause, a seek button there for your radio, and yeah, you've got some other features. You've also got Alcantara trim on the dashboard here, which is quite nice and high quality, that being on the Evolve trims. And yeah, like I said, the Evolve's basically the highest trim level in terms of specification. Some trims you'd have to pay optionally for pan roof. You can get like maybe an advance with a pan roof, but yeah, you'd have to add that on, which is a bit annoying. You've also got, yeah, the Bose sound system, which you can adjust the bass and the treble, and yeah, your seat controls, and obviously you've got all the safety features such as a blind spot assist, lane keeping, adaptive cruise, and all the forward collision stuff. So yeah, overall quite nice. Quite nice to drive. Just quite a lovely car overall. And yeah, obviously you've got these 19-inch sort of aero wheels, and you've got adaptive LED front headlights with LED DRLs and a black painted front grille. And then under the bonnet you've got 178 kilowatt motor, which is about 292 brake horsepower, I think it was. Oh no, sorry, not 292, it's about 160. 178, it's probably about 230 or 40 brake horsepower. So yeah, quite nice obviously. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Today I'll be just test driving this Nissan Ariya. It's obviously electric car. Takes a bit of getting used to all the controls actually. But yeah, quite an interesting car, obviously. Yeah, obviously it's the Ariya was introduced for 2021 model year, and it had a number of different trims, including the Advance, which is a base trim. So you've got the Advance, the Engage, and the Evolve, and then the Evolve Plus, which came with its own bigger battery power, more powerful motor. Oh, there's a pheasant. Yeah, and then you've got they've actually brought out a brand new Nismo, which I find kind of hysterical. An electric Nismo. It's a bit like Audi's RS e-tron GT and BMW's, you know, sort of i5 M50s and stuff and M60s. And yeah, quite nice overall. The interior's really weird. You've got this sort of really hard to see on camera, but obviously you've got this little thing here, this little storage thing which opens and closes, which is a bit strange to be honest. And you've got some toggle buttons on the side which allows you to move this through the electric center console, which is quite cool. But yeah, obviously quite nice. They came in 160, 178 kilowatts. Was it 168? 160, 178, which is this one. I mean 178, I think, small battery. And this one's a bigger battery, so it's 87 kilowatts and not the 60 or other. And then you've got a 225 kilowatt engine and 290, which is Evolve Plus and performance. I mean, the new ones, I think 320, the new Nismo electric, but I don't really think you need all that power. And the Nismo, I was a bit ashamed really, because the spec is significantly worse than Evolve Plus, which is like the top. Obviously Evolve being the top trim, you get Bose, 12 speaker Bose, you've got these ventilated seats. I think if you click this button here, yeah, you've got all the seat controls. You've got heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats with heated rear. So it's a bit like the Konas of the spec, and a nice heads-up display as well. And you've also got this intelligent camera, which when you flip it, projects a camera there, which is I think a bit of a gimmick really. The Defenders have that as well. The new Land Rovers and the new Range Rovers have that system, and even some of the Jags. But I think it's a bit of a joke really. But you know, it does sort of help sometimes if you've got a car with really bad visibility. It's nice to be looking there, because normally you look here. And it's got surround camera system. I think Nissan call it the surround view monitor, or the around view monitor, AVM. It's just Nissan's words for a surround camera system. You've got adaptive cruise, you've got quite a lot of features obviously, and you know, with a bigger battery you get quite a lot of range. It's got a significantly bigger battery than the smaller one. But yeah, you've got this new sort of Nissan's infotainment. They used to use a different one, like yeah, just a bit different looking, but this one's a full touchscreen system. Personally, I'd rather prefer buttons, but you do have a physical volume button there and some physical climate buttons, which is nice. They're sort of touch capacitive. When you click on them, it feels like you're pressing a button, but you're not. And it's got this wood, and you've got a power button there. You've got this sort of wood, black grained wood, unlacquered, unveneered wood. Yeah, really cool. You've got different drive modes as well. You've got Sport, Eco, and Standard. So, yeah. Steering wheel looks quite nice. You've got a splattered bottom thing. They're quite nice handling, obviously being I think it's front wheel drive. It's not a 4-wheel drive one obviously, but yeah, quite reasonably priced considering the battery and capacity and all the spec you get really. You get this nice, these Alcantara sort of leatherette sports seats, and this Alcantara dash, which I think is a lot nicer than it's a nice approach that is, rather than having plastic. You know, knowing Nissan, they'll probably end up putting plastic on the dashboard instead. You've got a panoramic tilt inside sunroof, which my camera's mounted to. It's quite cool. Dash, nicely integrated dash, quite nice. The colour's quite unusual as well. Quite an unusual colour. It's not really something you see every day, to be honest with you. enjoyed this sort of short test drive. Not really much to talk about, you know, it's electric and it just drives quite well, and yeah, you can get quite a bit of range if you're lucky with a bigger battery. So yeah, and they do look quite nice.